Hey everyone, welcome to another Pioneer video. This time, we're going for the throat. This deck has been getting some traction. I've played against it a few times and lost horribly every time. I know Ross Merriam wrote an article about it. He's into it. This is Izzet Ensoul, based on this card, Ensoul Artifact. Enchanted Artifact is a 5/5 creature with base power and toughness. 5/5, in addition to its other types. So any artifact can become a 5/5. This one is an indestructible 5/5. This one's a flying 5/5. This one has haste and can't and is hard to block. This one also has haste. This one can fly. So you just turn your shitty little artifacts into serious beaters, and then Shrapnel Blast stacks on artifacts deal 5. Smuggler's Copter can fly. You just Skilled Animator is another Ensoul artifact. So as long as Skilled Animator is on the board, one of your artifacts is also a 5/5. So it's basically deal 5 tribal, where like you just try to get in for 5 3 times with one of these things, or one a few times with this thing, then mop it up with Shrapnel Blast. Ghostfire Blade is a equipped creature gets +2/+2 for one to cast, one to equipped. Every creature in your deck is colorless. So the blade is smooth. It'll get onto something real quick. Battle Rage, the classic surprise game ender. And if the game goes a little long, Stonecoil Serpent is a big mana sink in the late game. So let's go light some people on fire. Okay, so we're on the draw here, and I'm gonna keep this. This does not deal 5 with any of the cards in the hand, but it does attack with Gingerbread a bunch of times, and we got some choppers to loot up later. Run, run, run as fast as you can. Alright, so Gingerbread always has haste. You can pay 1 to make it difficult to block. It can only be blocked by creatures with haste. Alright, so I'm going to cast Smuggler's Copter this turn. Then I can crew it with Gingerbread and attack for 4 next turn. I mean, we'll see what they do, of course. Alright, so we're playing against Nexus. Ooh, Bant. Alright, so crew with the new Gingerbread. Not that that matters. I guess I should have cast Stonecoil Serpent and crewed with that. That would have been 1 extra damage. I would like to loot this Shivan Reef and do a new card. Smuggler's Copter, somehow not a legend, only in our hearts. So I'm gonna slam a second one. Easy game. We got Absorbed. Absorb is an awfully potent card against this particular strategy. Alright, Spire. I'm going to cast Bomat. I'm going to cast Stonecoil Serpent for 3. I think Pia might be better, actually. Yeah, so I'll cast Pia. And then I can crew the Copter with Pia's Thopter. Thopter Copter. Alright, JK. That's countered. Okay, so I'll crew the Thopter with Gingerbread, because I want to start getting cards under Bomat Courier. I don't think I'm going to need a Phyrexian Revoker in this matchup. Alright, so they're getting to the point where they can probably start doing something messed up and take over the game. I haven't drawn any of my really explosive cards yet. Alright, there's one. Let's suit up a Ginger Brute. I'm going to cast Serpent for X's 1 just to crew Copter. Alright, so I want to resolve Bomat Courier first. Alright, what's happening here? Three cards entered the exile zone. Oh, they're casting Dig Through Time? Okay. Sure. Okay, so there's two cards under Bomat. I can sacrifice the Bomat. I lose 1 damage, but I get to actually loot for value. I think that's worth doing. Another Ghost Fireblade, Ginger Brute, and another Bomat. I'm going to discard Ginger Brute. Alright, they're at 5. One of us is dead this turn. They're either going to combo me off with Reclamation or they're going to lose. Alright. They paid 2 life. That means they have a Nexus. Alright. There's a Nexus. They didn't have Reclamation, so that's mostly just explore unless they find more stuff. Oh no. They found a wreck. And Supreme Will. Let's see if we're dead. Oh, we got a turn. Alright, Ensoul Artifact. Not super exciting here. I am going to ram this Bomat Courier, though. So, I'm attacking for super lethal. I would really like to just find a Shrapnel Blast and win this game. Because if they have Fog, then I can still burn them out. Alright, they did have a Fog. Okay. So I'm just going to leave these here, and if they start going off, I have 1 chance for that card to be Shrapnel Blast. Tameo, bummer. That card's really good. Alright, they rebought the Haze. That's fine. That gives me another chance to... Oh, maybe not. I was going to say it gives me... Every attack step, even if they fog it, I get 2 extra cards because I get to loot with the Copter and I get to dig with Bomat. Alright, we just drew Blast. So now I want to try to get them to a spot where... Oh shit, I forgot to activate Copter. Oh well. I'll attack my opponent with all these things. Should have activated Copter. That was real bad. Alright, so they have one card left in their hand. Alright, so I'm going to zap them right now with Shrap Blast and hope they don't have a counterspell. Bummer. They got something. Absorb. Only the best possible. Okay. So there's that. I'm going to Ensoul this Darksteel Citadel now. Alright, so Tamiyo can't rebuy this turn. She can plus. Alright, if she misses, we win. If she hits, they go again. Alright, looks like they missed. So now we win. Alright. Missed a loot there. I was so excited to go to combat. Let's see if it would have mattered. Oh, yes. Okay, so missing that loot there was literally... I would have won last turn, going one card deeper. So that was definitely bad. On a deck this balls to the wall, you can't mess around with... like, you need every advantage. Alright, so... Wild Slash has this secret line of text that if you're ferocious, damage can't be prevented this turn. That's really good against the Turbo Fog deck. And all of these counterspells stop them from going off. So I think I want to cut some of this like dirtilier stuff. Like Pia, Animator. I wonder if Ensoul actually is a liability or not. Like, I don't know what bounce spells they play. I definitely don't need Battle Rage. I don't have to like punch through creatures. Revoker can name Tamiyo, so that's actually pretty good. Hope of Giriper, if it connects, can make sure that your Shrap Blast resolves. Alright, maybe one less Serpent and one less Ensoul. Alright, I'm going to try that. Let's run him over. Alright, our hand's great. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to lead on Hope. Yeah, I want to lead on Hope. Because that's the one that doesn't have haste. I can play Gingerbrute and Bomat Courier next turn. Or I could just Blade. I have so many options. Oh, there's also a Copter. This is tough now. So I can play 2 haste creatures. I could just play Copter. Alright, I'm pretty sure the 2 haste creatures are wrong. I want to get Copter into play. Alright, they can't cast Absorb this turn, so now's a good time to do this. Alright, that is not Absorb a mana. Gingerbrute. Bomat Courier. I'm going to crew the Copter with Gingerbrute, and I'm going to hold up Stubborn Denial. I'm going to discard this other Gingerbrute to Copter unless it hits a land. Ooh, Ensoul is really good. Alright, discard the Brute. Alright, so I can Stubborn Denial a Reclamation this turn. Oh, they took 2 damage to cast Wreck. You're so dead. GG. Alright, so I'm gonna Ensoul Hope. Alright, you're a 5/5. Alright, let's get in for 1,000,000. They're not quite dead, I guess. Oh, now they're pretty close. I'm 1 mana short of making them actual dead, but if they fog next turn, they get trapped. If they don't fog, they're just dead. I believe this has to damage. Okay, yeah, so Hope does have to damage to function. But if I find a Stubborn Denial, I just win. Settle the Wreckage, my goodness. Alright, so you're still dead to that. Bang. And sacrifice this. Settle the Wreckage. That's quite a card when you're not already at 3. Light them up, burn them down. That was pretty gross. Alright, I'm going to keep this. We're on the draw. We have lands and spells. Stonecoil Serpent being a 1-drop here is pretty messed up, actually. Like, I can play it for 1, and then I can either cast Copter, Ensoul it, or Ghostfire Blade it. So I have so many ways to attack for lots of damage next turn. And Stonecoil Serpent is a pretty powerful Magic card. There have been so many worse versions of this card printed over the years that I'm impressed that they just decided to just YOLO fuck it, print this insane version. Alright, let's get to work. I hope they don't have Unsummon. And Stonecoil Serpent, notably, comes into play with +1 counters on it. So Ensoul making it a base 5/5 actually makes it a 5/5 plus whatever X was. My opponent's over here with the Simic Guildgate Desert of the Mind full play. I don't even know what's going on over there. Some sort of desert deck. This probably involves Field of the Dead somehow. Like, why would they have all these weird lands otherwise? Alright, Blade. Suit. Attack for 8. You're at 6 already. And another Serpent for 1. Because every damage counts. Now if they remove this plus Trap Blast is still lethal. Let's see if we're dead somehow. Hour of Promise. Okay, so this will probably get Field of the Dead plus something else. They'll get 2 zombies. Alright, so if I draw an untapped land, I win. Alright, that didn't do it. But it does mean this Stonecoil Serpent gets to bash also. And just... Oh, these cards have trample. I didn't even know that. That's one of the words on Stonecoil Serpent. Why is this card so good? Okay. Okay. I'm back on Earth now. Okay, so... I think I just want all these counter spells. Pia's dirtily. Animator's dirtily. Battle Rage... Seems important if they get to zombies, but I think I want to make them dead before they have zombies. And this just has trample, evidently. We're all learning that one together. Maybe Revoker's the worst card here, actually. So if that's the case, then I get to bring back in... Pia makes things not able to block. I don't love that. I do love Battle Rage. Like, this is a deck where there's going to be a pivotal turn where I can deal the last damage to them or not. So I get to keep one of these. Maybe Animator's fine. Or maybe I just want Wild Slash in case they have some sort of anything. This is tight because I don't actually even know what's in their deck. I'll just leave Animator in and bring in my 5 counter spells. Yeah, seems fine. Let's do it. Alright, so our hand doesn't have blue mana, but it doesn't need it right away. We can start currying. If we do find a blue source, then we're just in Browntown. So I could play Bomat Courier and start chunking. I could just also swing for the fences and play Stonecoil Serpent. Then if I draw the blue source, they're very dead very quickly. Well, I guess Bomat also does this, especially now that I have the Battle Rage. All these guild gates against the Shrapnel Blast deck. I'm kind of in love with it. Let's hope they don't have Fatal Push. Oh, Grazer. Oh no. That card's pretty good against me. Right. Still gonna tuck cards under this Bromat. Get in the chopper. Alright, some kind of spell is happening here. Rejuvenator. Alright. They got the field active. Alright, so I'm not going to attack with Bomat Courier now that they have another thing. Something that can actually kill it in combat. So I'll just crew. I could play a different creature to crew this, but I don't actually want to do that, since I'm not attacking with Bomat anyway. That's a lot of Shrapnel Blasts. I think that this backup Bomat is not what I want anymore. I want to get this Stonecoil Serpent into play, because that is the best at wearing pants. I did know Grazer had reach. I'm a little proud of myself for that one. Alright, if this is Hour of Promise, they're going to be in Zombie Town. Yeah, so we're 13 cards into the deck. We didn't find any of our 5 counterspells or a blue source to cast them, so that kind of unfortunate. but I think we can still power through this. It depends on what the rest of their payoffs are. Like, if their plan is to just make several zombies, we can overpower that. We have double Shrap Blast, Hope of Girapur, and Soul Artifact. If I draw a blue source right now and I can turn this into a 7/7 with all the extra words on it, then we can definitely still take this down. All right, they scried to the bottom with their temple. Come on, blue source. Okay. We're here. I want to... I guess I'm not attacking with Bowmat, so I can just save the hope. And we're just crunching for 10 here. Yes. Not going to need 2 of those. Alright, so it's their turn. They either have some gigantic payoff that's going to win them the game, or they're dead. Let's find out which one it is. They didn't scry in their upkeep, so they must have something. A second Hour of Promise. Okay, so they just have lots of zombies. That doesn't win them the game. They're just dead to this double Shrap Blast, and we have hope. Alright, I think we win. God, that's so many zombies, and we're still just gonna crush them. I guess if their last card in hand is like... No, I don't think it even matters. I don't think there's a card that they could have. Alright, so I'm just gonna attack with hope. They should be scared right now. They should be so sad. Alright, you can't cast spells this turn. And now you are deceased. Boom. Light them up. That's messed up. This deck is pretty powerful. Alright, we're on the draw. Hand is great. It's a lot of fun to just always have a haste creature on turn 1. Or are we playing against another Hour of Promise deck? I kind of hope so. Smuggler's Copter is real good. I know I keep saying that, but it keeps being true. The Mono Guild Gates. Alright, it looks like we're playing against that same deck again. And Scavenger Ground was the best land they could put into play. That's probably a good sign. Let's get another card under this Courier Boy. Why did they not block? What are they afraid of? Like that I shock their 0/3 that already got them a card? Yeah, that's about the freest block on the planet. If you're the Grazer player, just slam that thing in front of everyone. Like, unless they played like Oko and made this into a 3/3 this turn, but even that is questionable. Not trying to be mean to my opponent, just enlighten my viewers. That is not how you want to play that. Okay, so not attacking, so I'm crewing. I guess I could have wild slashed the Rejuvenator, cast a 1-drop, and got in for 1 extra damage. Alright, so Battle Rage and Spire. I don't think I'm going to need this other Bowmat. Alright, this Grazer is just never blocking anything. I'm fine with that. Here's a seriously giant creature. Alright, what's the play? Supreme Verdict. Bummer. Alright, maybe I did want that other Bowmat Courier. Alright, now that was actually just crushing because I can't crew my copter. Okay. Supreme Verdict. Noted. Play around that one. Alright, Spiral for maybe a land. Grazer for not a land. I should probably just wild slash their face right now. Okay, sweet. That was a good draw. Just any creature to turn on my copters is great. I'm gonna loot this Battle Rage to the bottom, or to the graveyard. Let's see, so they're going to 10. No, I'm gonna get rid of Ginger Brute, because if I Battle Rage and Trap Blast, that puts them to dead next turn. They take 6 and then 5. But I don't have the mana to do that. It's pretty good, though. I guess I could just Battle Rage right now. That makes sense. Hope they don't have a Disenchant. Oh, I guess I should have waited for blocks. Damn it, I'm so dumb. That just cost me the game. Or at least hurt my chances a lot. I lost track of what phase we were in. I love discarding cards for no reason. Alright, so if I had been paying attention, I would have discarded Battle Rage and had Ginger Brood in play right now to crew my copters in the future. So, do I even loot here, or do I just suit up with Ghost Fireblade? Yeah. I'm still gonna loot, of course. I'm gonna push for max damage, though. what is the answer you have here? Rev for 3, sure. Yeah, if I had cast Gingerbrute last turn, I'd be attacking for 8 right now, and I could loot twice. Yeah, that was just upon lost track of where we were. Alright, here's the hour. This will put some number of zombies into play. Some large number. Thornwood Falls gaining 1 life might be super relevant. How about another Shrap Blast? Okay, Cobble Brute's good, because it Crew Stopped her. It's also unblockable next turn. Am I even supposed to be looting? I don't think that I am, because my best card's already in my hand. Like, I'm just milling one. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, that was the math I did last turn, that Thornwood Falls actually just crushingly relevant. Or else they would be dead right now. I'm gonna keep looting so they don't get suspicious that my hand is actually good. Like, if I just don't loot, they're gonna know that I have a great card. Alright, so I have to hope I don't get, like, Nexused or overrun somehow. Because they know they're dead on board. They can see that. Alright, Blast Zone. Okay, so they can blast this and this. And maybe think they get another turn? Alright, hope I'm not dead. Waiting till my turn is a mistake, because now I can crew. Alright, so I'll just present lethal with my copters, make them deal with that, and then just shrapnel blast them. Is this Rev for 1,000,000? Nope. Bam. All right, let's do that again. All right, so sideboarding the same way we did last time. Just these counter spells come in. The more dirtly things come out. What did we end up keeping last time? An Animator or Pia? Target artifact. Yeah, okay. So that does interact the same way Ensoul does. All right. Yeah, I just run back this same plan again. It worked so well last match. Ooh, this is our first speculative keep. I am going to keep it, though. This has... If we draw any land in our top 2 cards, we have the most explosive draw the deck's capable of, which is Stone Coil into Ensoul. And we got there instantly. Cool. All right, let's ranch. Gain a life. Ship the turn. It's so dumb that the thing just has +1 counters on it. Alright, so if I can start... If I draw a land... And I can equip Ghost Fireblade. Please don't Teferi me. Oh, I have protection from multicolor. I don't care. Alright, Rejuvenator. I don't care about that either. Alright, so if I draw a land, I can equip Ghost Fireblade and hold up Stubborn Denial, and then they're just dead in 2 turns. Just like we drew it up. Alright, here comes my 8/8. Your spells aren't going to resolve. It has Trample for some reason. Alright, so, and them blocking here saves 1 damage, so it's not a 2-turn clock anymore, but I have this Bomat Courier with haste in my hand, so it is a 2-turn clock again. They could Supreme Verdict. I can't counter that one, as we learned last game. But then, won anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna slam this Bomat for the lethal point of damage. Or I could just slam Ghost Fireblade. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go with Blade. Because I can counter any spell. I can't counter a creature. And if a flash creature is what they have, then Bomat Courier wouldn't get through anyway. Okay, fine. That's not going to help you. Take 2. Take 10. Yeah, wow. Alright, we're on the draw with a Stone Coil Serpent plus way to make it big. Ooh. Playing against another aggressive deck. We haven't seen one of these yet. Let's see how we stack up in the straight race. This deck probably has shocks in it, which might be my nemesis. Not sure if we can beat a shock. And what if I get a blade onto it, we're out of shock range, but if they respond to my equip with a shock, then that's going to set me back pretty far. But then they have to hold up shock for the rest of the game because every creature I cast is going to arrive with +2/+2. Oh, okay, so we drew Animator. That's pretty exciting. So I can make Stonecoil Serpent a 3/3 right now, and then I can make it an 8/8 next turn. And I guess mostly just hope I don't die in the meantime. They missed their land drop, so they're on like some sort of mono spells hand over there. And Soulscar Mage is pretty annoying with Serpent because it can actually just whittle it down. Oh, they drew a land. Bummer. I wonder if Burning Tree Emissary is coming, because why would you keep a 1-lander in a deck like this unless you have Burning Tree Emissary? Yeah, there it is. Alright, how far are we going here? Atarka's command would be rough. Another Burning Tree Emissary would be really bad. Yep, there we go. Yeah, the classic Pauper opening of Foundry Street Denizen into Burning Tree Emissary. Oh, 2 Bomat Couriers. Alright, so I'm taking 4, 5, 6 right here. Can't block. Alright, so I can attack for 3 and then make this a 5/5 for defense. So, or I can just try to win this game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have to come up with 4 more damage next turn to kill me through a 1/3 blocker. Yeah, I think I just swing for the fences here. Make sure I click on Serpent and not Ghostfire Blade. Alright, so they have 2 cards in their hand, plus 2 cards under... Well, they will have 2 cards under each Bomat Courier. Let's see what happens. One of us is dead this turn. I'm winning the race if nothing changes. They need to produce 4 more damage to win the race. Alright, that is not helpful. Alright, here come the jerks. I'm going to block Foundry Street Denizen with my 1/3. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If they Wild Slash me. Now I'm just going to block Denizen. Oh, Titan Strength. Okay, I'm dead to that. That does, in fact, put exactly 4 more damage on the board. Yeah, there was no way to block to beat that. They just... Oh, I'm at 1. How did I do that math wrong? Oh, because I blocked Denizen, that took 1 damage off, so they needed to come up with 5 more outside the block. Now they're just dead. Wow, that's awesome. Did I just get away with something? Does Titan Strength give trample? It does not give trample. Okay, I just won. That was scary though. Good thing they missed their second land drop, because if they did all of that a turn earlier, I was definitely dead. Okay, so Wild Slash seems like just the best. Is it time for Hangerback Walker? I don't think so. Electrickery only killed Denizen. I guess we saw Bomats too, so that kills at least 2 things we saw. Phyrexian Revoker. These main deck Revokers have not really been good in this league, but we haven't played against any Planeswalker decks. So I'll give them a pass this time. And Hangerback Walker is cool because it can like block multiple times, but I just think this matchup's too fast for that. You want this against like Abzan or Jund or Sultai, like those slow decks with tons of removal. So Revoker's bad. All these removal spells in. Do I want my other Abrade? That's the last question, and if I do, where is it coming from? Pia is 2 creatures, so I like Pia a lot. Ensoul. I'm going to shave an Ensoul for an Abrade. The reason being, if they bring in like Smash to Smithereens or whatever, Ensoul is just begging to get 2 for 1. So yeah, I'm gonna play it like that. See what happens. Keep my hand. I got removal, I got threats. Ooh, no 1-drop. They must have an emissary hand. Animator is a welcome draw. Playing Ginger Brute because it's mostly unblockable. If that animator was in Soul, I think I would have played Serpent instead. Also, being able to cast Serpent just like as a 3/3 later is bigger than most of their cards. There's the emissary. How far are we going? 2 of them, okay. And destructive revelry. That was a really good turn. Alright, so I think now I want to cast Serpent for 2. It has protection from multicolor. Maybe my opponent won't notice that and just attack. Then I can animate it next turn into a 7/7. God, there's so many words on this card. Alright, either they have something or they just didn't read the card. Either way, it's fine. Sick. Or they just feel like they had to push for damage, even though it's a pretty bad deal. So, Animator cost me life to get into play, and life is pretty important in this matchup. I'm going to Braid Soulscar Mage while I still can. That also cost me life, but I'm going to take more damage to this mage. If they use a pump spell now to save it, then that saves me like 4 damage or whatever. Alright, Bromat, let's go. I'm going to attack with Stone Coil Serpent, even though it's bricking their only attacker. Like, I think I'm going to... Getting them dead is my priority here. And the first removal spell they draw is getting pointed at Serpent. Unless they have another Revelry. Wow. Okay, so Serpent bricked 2 removal spells they had and 2 threats they had. Alright, they're down to 1 card in hand and I'm at 13. Alright, let's do this thing. Gingerbrute can also sack to gain 3 life. Just that there's a secret mode on that card too. Coast is clear, attack. Alright, what's your last card? Nothing yet, apparently. So I think Animator is better than Ensoul. Like, Animator dies to burn, but it's less likely to hang me into a 2-for-1. If they attack without killing Animator, I will snap block. I don't care if my Serpent becomes small again compared to being dead if they just chain a bunch of pump spells together. And I can Ensoul Darksteel Citadel next turn if I want to. I could also cast Gingerbrute and Ensoul it. Sucks that I've been playing on Shivan Reef this whole time. I've just taken like 3 damage so far this game from my lands. Alright, no attacks. Deal. Alright, I'm going to go for Ghost Fireblade. Because this is also lethal. If I suit this up, they can't block this, so I attack, put them to 1, and then just Wild Slash their face. Just in case they have anything, I'm just going to hold this Wild Slash. Like, they're dead to my board. They have to cast a spell. Like, I don't know what they could have, but I don't want to play into it. If they just have, like, gain 5 life or whatever. Alright, they're just dead. Didn't even need the Wild Slash. This has been pretty disgusting so far. Alright, so we're on the play for round 5, playing for the 5-0, 10-0. We have not lost a game yet. And our hand is pretty good here. So I'm going to be attacking with a 5-5 on turn 2, and it'll be a 7-7 on turn 3. And it's unblockable. So they're going to need an actual removal spell to get through this. Once upon a time. Tell me what's in your deck. Hopefully not Fatal Push. We haven't played against a Fatal Push yet in this league, which is probably for the best. Oh, they're taking damage. So I could slam, or I could revoke Llanowar Elf. I'm going to attack and see if they take the trade. All right, they did not. All right, Phyrexian Revoker finally coming into play. I have cap locks on. Llanowar Elves. Okay, so I'm not sure if that was right, but I certainly had fun with it. I think they probably should have attacked. Can't be blocked except by haste creatures. Alright, so I'm going to attack with Revoker, because if they block, then it kills a mana source, which is the same thing as it, being in play with this mana source. Oh no. They have some sort of spell. Oh, Questy Boy. That is smaller than my creature opponent. Okay, so I can cast Pia, which cannot block Questing Beast. Oh, so Beast can block Gingerbrute anyway. Target creature can't block this turn. That sounds like something I'm interested in. Alright, so they're at 6. Does that gain life? No, +3/+3, okay. Skilled Animator. That does not help me. Alright, so I'm just going to attack with Gingerbrute. Yeah, hopefully they don't just block with Goose. Okay, yep. There's the trade. Knew about that one. Ghostfire Blade. Give myself a 5/5. They're going to give themselves a food. They're not going to pay 1 life to do it, though they could have. Alright, this is the first time a game has kind of slowed down on us. Let's see how this ends up looking. I'm pretty excited about it. Maybe I should have attacked with Pia that turn too, because they were definitely just going to block. Yeah, I should have attacked with Pia that turn. Or activated Gingerbrute, then also attacked with Pia, because then they have to block with Beast. They can't just jump with Goose. Alright, so I missed a really good attack last turn. Oh, Verdurous Gearhulk. Rutrow. Alright, so they have a 4/6. Wow, they're attacking? deal. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think they're dead for Xaxes right now, right? So 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. You can't block. Boom. Take 9. Oh, that was filthy. Pia Nalar finally pulling her weight in a matchup. Okay, so a braid kills the goose and the Gearhawk. Disdainful Stroke counters every non-goose spell we saw that game. I don't think this is a Battle Rage matchup. I think we're going to have to get scrappier than that. Pia was very good. I'm interested in keeping Pia around. Revoker was good, but I don't know if it's good enough. Like, a Braid fills mostly the same role in this matchup, which is kill their creatures. A Wild Slash might be better than a Braid, though. Do I want all the burn spells? I don't think so. Alright, let's do it. Okay, so our hand is a one-lander, and it's not even a good one-lander. Oh, shit! I hit keep. I meant to hit mulligan. Alright, well. Hope it gets there. Fuck. Yep, so I should have mulliganed this hand. This might cost us the 5-0, 10-0 right now. Basically, the perfect sequence of draws is any one drop into any land. And then we're still just fine, though. Alright, so Hashep Oasis. At least I can slash this goose. Alright, that's a one drop. But I am going to slash the goose. Instead of trying to get aggressive here. Alright, I mean, kind of doing it. Alright, so a third land is our best draw. LOL. Are they just taking 7? Wow. Didn't even sack their food in the end step. Alright, this is getting kind of crazy. 5. They're dead on board if they have nothing, because I can Ensoul the Citadel. Then I have an indestructible 5/5. I could also just attack and hold up Shrapnel Blast. Oh, bummer. Alright, so I mean, they're dead to both those cards, so it's fine either way. They should take Ensoul, though. Or they can just concede from the game. Got there on the, oh shit, didn't mean to keep that 7. So this deck was insane. My opponents all died very quickly. And even through some powerful goldfishes like that red deck with their double emissary brown talent draw, I was still just faster than them. The Nexus deck fogged me twice, didn't even matter. This card was just dumb. And for our troubles, we get the 5-0, 10-0. Didn't drop a game. So thanks for checking this out. I'm definitely going to look at this deck some more because holy shit. So thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that sub button. Talk to me in the comments or on Twitter at Bosch and Roll, and I'll see you next time.